What is going on, AZ Sports fan family? How are we doing today on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning? Well, we're here to talk some Arizona Cardinals. Just because it's the offseason does not mean that we stop making content for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, today is Sunday morning. I'm completely aware of what's going on. I know this wasn't planned, but I didn't plan to make a live today. I wanted to go ahead and hang out, chill, get some breakfast, watch some Netflix, and just hang out. Just overall have a good time. And what happens? Blockbuster trade just went down probably a little over an hour ago, where Ian Rappaport just gave us this big bombshell. Now, here it is. And I quote, Julio Jones to the Tennessee Titans. Now, Ian Rappaport is basically saying that what the Titans gave up was a second-round pick for Julio Jones. Superstar wide receiver Julio Jones. Now, there was another tweet that ended up happening right after this one. I believe they also switched around a fourth and a sixth, whatever. A late round pick was also assessed to get this superstar wide receiver in Julio Jones. But the truth of the nature is a second round pick was enough to get Julio Jones. What the heck are we doing, Cardinal fans? Cardinal Nation, what are we doing? A second round pick. What's going on right now? Now, maybe the Tennessee Titans were probably really thinking about hey, the Atlanta Falcons aren't going to be that big. They're not going to be a good team probably coming into this year. So that second round pick might be definitely higher when it comes down to picking. I can see that. I can see that point of view. But they also went ahead and switched a fourth and a sixth. That's really what the value for Julio Jones was. A second round pick. What the heck? And the Arizona Cardinals are over here chilling. The Arizona Cardinals are over here chilling. Now, I get we're fine in the wide receiving core. I do. Now, we didn't need Julio Jones. Yeah, I agree. I get we did. It would be more of a luxury pick if we ended up getting Julio Jones. My thing as to what I am freaking out about is that the Tennessee Titans got Julio Jones. Not only that, but the Tennessee Titans are the same team that we will be playing week 1 in the 2021 season. Very start of our 2021 season, we will be playing the Tennessee Titans. Now, we already have to worry about King Henry back there. We already had to worry about him. Probably one of the best running backs, in the NFL thus far. Now we have to worry about a superstar wide receiver in Julio Jones, also going to be in week 1, ready to take the top off our defense. Oh my goodness. That's what I'm worried about. I don't care that we didn't get Julio. Okay, yes, I care that we didn't get Julio. I understand, it sucks. We missed out on him. It's a second round pick. I wish the Arizona Cardinals did it. But I think the main thing that I'm really kind of worried about more than anything is that we are playing the Tennessee Titans week 1. And now, not only do we have to worry about King Henry back there, now we have to worry about probably one of the best wide receivers that are playing the game at this point. So that's where my worrisome comes from. Now, I do have a quick super chat here going here. Let me go ahead and just switch the font and all that different stuff. I wasn't fully prepared for this here, so give me 1 second. Let me switch the font over here real quick for my guy Albert. Let me go ahead and give you a quick shout out, my guy, and then we will be talking about what you guys have to say. Are you guys worried about this? Are you guys not worried about? Let me know everything that you guys are currently feeling on the comments below. Perfectly. There you go. There you go. Now I switch it over. So let me go ahead and give a quick dab to my guy Albert here. So it says, is Zach Ertz on the move? Oh, is Zach Ertz the move? Great question, man. Great question. We'll talk about this a little later on. I feel like this really would be the only move that we have for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, obviously, I think a lot of Cardinal fans would have loved Julio Jones, especially opposite side of DeAndre Hopkins. That dream came crashing down this morning. So in the grand scheme of things, okay, cool. We missed out on Julio. No worries. My main thing is, who do we play on week 1? None other than the Tennessee Titans. Now, do we have the cornerbacks for this? Now, I didn't make a video about the latest Arizona Cardinals signing. We ended up signing another cornerback. It was probably a few days back. Now, I know I had a lot of people reach out to me and say, how do you feel about him? What do you think about the Arizona Cardinals signing this new player? I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic, but it really does seem like our cornerback class or our cornerback room is kind of like a band-aid more than anything. It's like, I hope this can get fixed. I hope we can go ahead and get this moving forward. But now that I'm really thinking about it, do we have the cornerbacks to really justify taking out Julio Jones out of the game and A.J. Brown out of the game? Like, do we have the cornerbacks to do that? I don't know about that. I really don't know. Let me go ahead and give a quick shout out here to my guy JK Gamer. Let me give you the quick dab saying, hey, at least it isn't Seattle. I agree. 100% agree with that. He didn't go to Seattle. He didn't go to San Francisco, and he did not go to the LA Rams. Hallelujah. That's all I can say for that in that aspect of it all. My main concern is that we're playing in week 1. Yes, we missed out on him. Cool. No worries. It is what it is. A second round pick. I wish the Cardinals did it, but hey, it happens. It happens. We can't get every superstar on the same roster because eventually cap space will get to us eventually. So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about week 1. Do we have the cornerbacks to justify covering A.J. Brown? Did I say A.J.? I might have said A.J. Green at one point. A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. That's my worry. And on top of that, we also got to worry about King Henry back there. Ooh, week 1 is going to be a showdown, boys. It is going to be a showdown. I really do hope that we did enough this offseason. Now, I know probably one of the biggest cornerback signings that we ended up doing coming into the this offseason was probably going to be Malcolm Butler. Now, I'm happy. I'm happy for what he has done in his career in terms of like, yeah, awesome. He picked up Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson didn't get a back-to-back Super Bowl. I'm super stoked about that. I am. But can he be enough? Is he enough to cover either Julio or A.J. Brown? I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's take it to the comments here and let's see what you guys have to say. We have a lot of people in here. Quick shout out to everybody that's currently in the stream right now. I know this is Sunday morning. This is really, really unlike me to be posting any lives on Sunday mornings. So let's take it to the comments and let's see what everybody has to say. Oh, actually, we got a super chat here. Let's go ahead and get to my guy Jordan P coming up here. Let me give you the quick dab. Appreciate that. It says, Keim is banking too much on our front 7 being dominant. He really doesn't care about corner. He even said that himself. All right. Okay. So this can either come back to us, this could really come back to us and hurt us, or it can work out. I mean, I know we got Zaven Collins. We're going to see a lot of Isaiah Simmons coming through. J.J. Watt is a good asset as well. This is going to have to come down to the defense. Week 1 is going to have to come down to the defense. Plain and simple. Man, this is going to be a tough one, man. This is going to be a tough one. So far, I'm reading on the comments. It doesn't seem like most people are too worried about it. In terms of week 1, I think that we should be worried about week 1. Now, granted, I'm not saying if we don't win week 1, it's make or break for the season. There's still 16 more games after week 1. But this trade that just happened just made week 1 a lot harder for the Arizona Cardinals to win. Now, I'm not one of those people that are going to be like super, super into the fact of the matter of like, hey, national people says this, national people said that. I was born and raised an Arizona Cardinal fan. I'm fully aware of we don't get any talk about unless we're in the playoffs or anything in national media. I don't care about that. My thing is, can I sit here, going into week 1 and really justify being like, dang, we can beat the Tennessee Titans team. At one point, I felt good. I felt good about it because we really think about it. Like all we needed to do was get A.J. Brown out of the game and King Henry, which is a lot easier said than done. But if we really take a look about it and rein it back, adding Julio Jones to this matter, it just kind of makes it that much more like, oh, this sucks. This sucks. But yeah, this isn't good. This isn't good at all for the Arizona Cardinals. Let me be the first person to say that. I know there's a lot of optimism going into the season for the Arizona Cardinals from a lot of different fans. We have a lot of videos that, YouTube is putting out. The Cardinals media team is doing a fantastic job in hyping up this season coming through. They really, really are. You know, buy your season tickets right now. It's going to be a showdown, which honestly, in my mind, I think this is going to be a really good season for the Arizona Cardinals. I really do. But, ugh, this makes me want to punch the air. Like, I want to punch the air. Now, I know a lot of people aren't really as kind of on my train where they're like, don't worry about it. Don't freak out. I don't know. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Let's go ahead and read to the comments here. We got Albert coming up clutch with another $1.99 donation. Says, isn't Josh Norman still free agent? I believe he is. Yeah, I believe he is. Josh Norman, he didn't play very well with the last team he was in. I believe it was the Buffalo Bills, if I'm not mistaken. That might have hurt his stock in terms of a cornerback, but there's still some corners that are still available. But we did just signing a new cornerback. There was a player that he ended up playing for the Bengals that the Cardinals just ended up signing. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if he's more depth. I don't know if we're going to go ahead and give Tay Gowan a try. I don't know if we're thinking about Marco Wilson as a try. I don't know. I really don't know what the Cardinals teams like think about, but we did just sign a new cornerback, which is cool. I like it, but is he gonna work out? I don't know. I don't know. Now the player that we just signed was I'm gonna butcher his name here, but it's Darqueze Dennard for a 1-year deal. I don't know him too much. To be honest with you, a lot of people are like, yeah, he's really good, he's awesome, but we'll see. We'll see what happens when it comes down to the season here. But let me go ahead and get my guy Albert off the screen here real quick, and let's keep reading to the comments. Is anybody worried about this? Is anybody worried about Week 1 Cardinals versus Titans now? All right, let's keep on reading to the comments here. I realize I did freeze. 1 second, y'all. Let me go and change my camera real quick. 1 second, y'all. This happens every once in a while where the camera freezes. Oh, this is annoying. All right, 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second, okay? 1 second. Technical difficulties in the AZ Sports Fan here. 1 second. Okay, we are back. We are back. I got the camera back working again. I swear, man. Technical difficulty. It wouldn't be an AZ Sports Fan stream here if we didn't get the, the technical difficulties. But let's get all that out of the way, guys. Today, right now, what we're talking about is basically what we have on the screen here. What we have on the screen, Ian Rappaport just reported probably over maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago at this point, being that the Titans just signed or traded for Julio Jones, superstar wide receiver Julio Jones, for a 2nd-round pick. Now, I do believe they also switched a 4th and a 6th, something along those lines. But this is where we're at right now, man. This is where we are at currently at the moment. Are we worried about Week 1? That's the question here. Are we worried about Week 1 going into the 2021 season? Now, if you're going to ask me, I would say yes. I would definitely say yes. But let's keep reading into the comments and let's see what everybody else has to say. We got R Cards. What's up? Says, worries me that the cornerbacks, but not like Peterson once he was last year anyways. So basically you're worried about the cornerbacks. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. I would love to say I have all the 100% confidence in the cornerback room going into the 2021 season. I would love to say that. I don't have 100% confidence. I really don't. If you're going to really ask me for my opinion, I don't. I believe that it was put together pretty much once the draft happened the way that it happened. I think anything kind of got thrown out the window when it came down to cornerbacks. Now, yeah, we got some pieces. Yeah, we got some free agencies coming through. Now, this could either work for us very good or it can't. So I'm worried about the cornerbacks. I really am. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Daniel, what's up, dude? Says, I'm not worried at all. Cool. Perfect. Well, yeah, let's keep that positive mindset, man. Let's keep that positive mindset. Hopefully after week 1, we can come up with the W here and be 1-0 in the 2021 season. But the truth of the matter here is that Julio Jones was just traded for a second-round pick. That's the biggest thing here. Now, is this going to upset DeAndre Hopkins? Probably not. I know it was kind of just something out of the spur of the moment that kind of came up and said, hey, somebody in the gym came up to him and he answered a question. He answered back with the GIF. So the truth of the matter here is that we didn't get Julio Jones. That sweepstakes is absolutely over. We are no longer in the running for him because he ended up going to the Tennessee Titans, which is a bummer. It is a bummer. I did want to get Julio Jones. I'm not going to lie to you. I did. There was something deep inside me saying this would be an awesome, awesome move going into the 2020 season. Because if you can't do it defensively, if you can't stop anyone defensively, then we can sure as heck know that our offense is basically lights out. That's what I was betting my buck on. But we'll see. We'll see. This team looks completely different from last year. A lot of new pieces. Hopefully, Vance Joseph going into his third year, Cliff Kingsbury going into his third year. Hopefully it looks a lot better. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Alex, what's up, dude? He says, I'm not worried, Mike. Cool, man. Awesome. Keep it going, man. That's good. That's good. I'm glad that you guys aren't worried. I am. I'm not going to lie to you. I am worried about it. And it's not because we didn't land Julio. It's not because of that at all. It's because we need to play Julio Jones in week 1 with King Henry on the backfield and a dominant wide receiver in A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is a very good wide receiver, a young wide receiver. That's who I thought we were only have to worry about. Like, I was like, oh, no worries, A.J. Brown, we could probably get Malcolm Butler on him. We'll be good to go. We're fine. And then hopefully because, we stacked up our front 7, we'll be fine with the whole running game. But this just made it that much harder for Vance Joseph to game plan around the Tennessee Titans offense. Just made it that much more difficult for our team. Let's keep on reading to the comments and see what you guys have to say. We will be talking about Zach Ertz a little bit later. Let's give it probably about another 10 minutes and we'll talk about Zach Ertz. Jordan P says, we're not getting Gilmore, just signed Denard as the last step of cornerback. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that are still holding hope to, getting Stephon Gilmore. I think that ship has sailed. I really do. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I do see some comments here that are kind of repeating themselves. One of them is stemming around Larry Fitzgerald. Is there any new news for Larry? No, as of right now, there's no new news for Larry Fitzgerald. He's still a free agent. He hasn't told us if he's going to retire or not. No new news for Larry. And then somebody else said Larry Fitzgerald as a tight end. I don't think that's going to happen. Any news on Hicks? No news on Jordan Hicks right now. The last news that we were told here as fans were basically going to be along the lines of that we were advising him that he could seek trades anywhere else if he decides to go anywhere else, that we gave him the permission to seek trades with another team if he does want that. So there's no quite more news other than that. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Jean-Paul, what's up, dude? Says, if we want to contend, we have to beat good teams, and there's no easy way to the top. That's fair. No, that's fair. Well, Tennessee Titans were a good team before Julio Jones. Let me tell you that right now. With Ryan Tannehill back there, I really do think that they're a playoff caliber team. So this team was going to be hard to begin with. Week 1 was already going to be hard with King Henry back there, A.J. Brown, Tannehill, and a lot of other pieces that I don't really know too much about. It was already a good team. It was. Now adding Julio on it makes it that much more. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Robert G says, gotta stop Henry first. I do believe that their offense does thrive off of play action, and they're going to be run heavy first. So, yeah, I mean, that's a good mindset. Go ahead and go into this game, stop Henry first, but it's definitely easier said than done. Henry is a beast of a player. And it's going to be pretty tough. But we do got some new pieces coming through, so hopefully that can help out. Hopefully the second-year players that we ended up getting in the 2019 draft, which is Licky Fotu, as well as Rashad Lawrence, can get some playing time. Obviously, we'll see Zach Allen as well, and we will most likely see J.J. Watt as well. Hopefully that can really help us going through. Let's keep on reading to the comments here. We got J.J. Watt will stop aging Henry. Let him try to stiff arm J.J. Watt. All right, man. Cool. All right. That's cool. I mean, people's got confidence. That's fine. Have confidence. That's really good. R Cards, what's up, dude? Says, I love the Cardinals, but don't like to have blind optimism. Won't be so disappointed if Keem and Kingsbury repeat what they have done 3 years. I hope they're good. Got faith in Kyler. So yeah, I agree. There's a few different types of fans out there. There's the fans that are very, very optimistic of this team going forward because the pieces that we got. So they're really excited. Yeah, we're going to be a playoff team. We might be a Super Bowl team. We got this, we got that. We're good to go. You might not have been a fan of the Arizona Cardinals very long because this type of season this is not the first time that this has happened. We've had hype. Going into the 2015 season. Now, that was cool. We ended up going to the NFC West, NFC Conference Championship. That was amazing. There was also, after the Super Bowl, 2009, there was a lot of hype for the Arizona Cardinals there. We fell short of the playoffs. I believe it was the Saints that ended up either taking us out of the playoffs or prevented us from going to the playoffs. So there's those type of fans where the Cardinals can do no wrong. They can't do no wrong. We're going to play it out. We'll see how it is. Have faith. And then there's other fans that like to criticize a lot, which is cool. I mean, that's your fandom. That's completely fine. And then there's other fans that are kind of the same line, but like realistic. That realistic thought in their mind, like, oh my God, watch out, Arizona Cardinals. We think we're good, but we'll see what happens in the season. I honestly don't know what this Cardinal team can do. I really don't. I really, really don't. I can only hope for the best that we're going to be competing for the NFC West. But man, our NFC West is tough, man. Our NFC West is tough. Russell Wilson. The 49ers got Trey Lance. Now, we might not see Trey Lance. We might see a good dosage of Jimmy Garoppolo. And if he can stay healthy, he's a pretty decent quarterback. And then we got Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford with Sean McVay. Let me add that. Matthew Stafford with Sean McVay. Oh my goodness. We'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. We got Chef Ian Carl saying, in light of Julio being off the table, Keim gets gets aggressive and gets Ertz, maybe another veteran cornerback who has substantial playing time in the league. That's a good way to look at it. Very good way to look at it. So now that Julio Jones is off the table, now we can really focus on maybe getting Zach Ertz, which is cool. I'm down with. I think if we take a look at our offense, the biggest need or the biggest weak spot, I guess if you want to say, or questionable spot in our offense is probably going to have to be tight end. And I know a lot of people like Zach Ertz. If we can get him on a pretty good deal, I had my guy, Joe Castro from the Philly podcast on probably a few days back. He was saying that we can maybe get Zach Ertz for maybe like a 4th round, maybe a 5th round pick. Just really depending. But you also got to keep in mind, if we do trade for Zach Ertz wants to go to a team that's going to pay him big money. Zach Ertz wants to come to a team that wants to pay him big money. Now, would that be the Cardinals? I don't know. A lot of people here are very optimistic of the idea of getting Zach Ertz here. I am too. Hey, if we can give up a 4th or a 5th rounder, woo, let's do it. Let's get him. The only negative to this whole thing is Zach Ertz wants to come to a team that will pay him big money, because I think the main reason why he's so disgruntled with the Eagles organization is because he doesn't feel valued in the terms of him wanting to get paid the way he wants to get paid. He has a Super Bowl ring. He feels like he put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get them that Super Bowl ring. So he wants to get paid that way. So maybe we can somehow convince Ertz to be like, hey, we have a championship team here. Maybe you can come here for 1 year, and then if everything works out good, then we can start talking about extension. Maybe then we can start talking about giving you a contract if it all works out. Maybe we could talk to them and say, hey, we got a championship building team, or we're trying to build a championship team. All we're missing is that other tight end. Do you want to be the guy? That's really what I'm hoping is what it's all stemming from. But now that Julio Jones is off the table and the noise is out, the noise is gone about Julio Jones might be coming to the Arizona Cardinals because DeAndre Hopkins put a tweet out that got us super excited. Now, that's our fault. That's our fault as fans to really kind of jump in there and go, man, how amazing would that be? Just imagine that wide receiving core. We put the blinders on. We bought into the hype. That's definitely our fault. There were some fans that didn't believe that this was going to happen to begin with. That's cool. You called it. Awesome. I was happy about it. I like the idea of maybe getting Julio Jones over here. I did. But now that's off the table. All that drama's gone. We don't have to worry about what can we get for Julio Jones anymore. Now we can start focusing on Zach Ertz. 4th rounder, 5th rounder, send it all away. Let's get Zach Ertz up in here. I would love that. Heck yeah. I would be down with that 110%. 110%. Let's keep on reading into the comments here and let's see what everybody has to say. Larry Fitzgerald tight end would be good and cheaper. There's so many people that says Larry Fitzgerald tight end. Do you really think Larry Fitzgerald wants to come back as a tight end? Like, really think about, do you really think Larry Fitzgerald wants to come back as a tight end? Tight ends have to block more. Tight ends are on the line for some plays depending on what formation is out there. Larry Fitzgerald is in a point of his life right now where he does not want to put that dirty work in. I don't understand where all these people are coming and saying, Larry Fitzgerald's not going to be a tight end, boys. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Larry Fitzgerald is 36, 37 years old. His primary is a wide receiver. It's not going to happen. I get where everybody's thinking about it. Like, this is cool. This is an awesome idea. I get it. We're not in the world of Madden here, though. It's not going to happen. Larry Fitzgerald, although we want him, we want him to stay as a Cardinal. But he's not going to be a tight end. Putting him at the tight end role will have him block more than he really wants to. He doesn't want to do that. I doubt he wants to. I don't know him. Maybe he does. I don't think it's going to happen. Now, if you guys are watching videos out there of other Cardinal, stuff that's going on out there and pitching that idea, that's cool. But I'm probably not going to address this whole Larry Fitzgerald the tight end thing anymore. Because if that was the case, the Cardinals would have re-signed him already at this point and told him, hey, you're going to play tight end. So I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Sorry to burst your bubble. And if it does, I'll slap myself. I'll slap myself. But I just don't think it's going to happen. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. CB, what's up, dude? Saying it's going to be a lot more bruised and physical on his body, especially in his 30s if he lines up. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I'm not understanding this whole concept of Larry Fitzgerald the tight end. No, it's not. He doesn't want that. I doubt he wants that. He's a wide receiver. That's who Larry Fitzgerald is. He's a wide receiver. And if this was going to happen already, it would have happened. It would have happened already. It would have happened. We would have signed him. He wouldn't be a free agent right now. If that was the plan for the Cardinals to do this, it would have happened already. Drew, what's up, dude? Says, P.S. I don't think it's going to happen. I just think it would work. Okay, well, agree to disagree, my guy. Agree to disagree. So, I mean, I can't change your opinion. If you think it's going to work, cool. Nick L says Larry needs to retire. I honestly would love to hear Larry Fitzgerald come back to our organization because I don't know, man. There was a lot of people saying that he might be going to the Vikings. A lot of people saying just the reason why the Vikings is because that's his hometown. Like that's where he was born or raised in Vikings territory. So people were saying, hey, maybe he might go to the Vikings. Some people might say he wants to reconnect with Bruce Arians and go back to Tampa Bay. But right now, man, it's June the 6th of 2021 right now. June the 6th of 2021. And Larry Fitzgerald has still not signed with anybody. Tampa Bay is stacked in their wide receiving core. They even got Antonio Brown back. I doubt they want Larry Fitzgerald. I know he has the connection with Bruce Arians. I know he does. I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't. So Zach Ertz. Let's talk some Zach Ertz here real quick because this is what the truth of the nature here. Our best option as of right now is maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, the Cardinals can land Zach Ertz. Now, what would you give up for Zach Ertz? What would you give up for Zach Ertz? Like I said a little earlier, I had my guy here, Joe Castro, for the Philly podcast on here. We were talking a little bit Zach Ertz, and we were saying, hey, what do you think the Eagles would give up for this situation? He actually said fourth rounder. He said he doesn't want to give anything less than a fourth, but maybe a fifth. Maybe if we can give something else more, then we can really kind of get to the idea of the situation of, hey, maybe we can get Zach Ertz up in here. We do got Red Sea coming up here with a clutch $5 donation. Let me give you the quick dab, my friend. Thank you so very much. Says, does Jordan P stand for Jordan P? Oh, geez. We're not doing this Pitts thing again. We're not doing this Pitts thing. Not anymore. The draft is over. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. It's gonna, here it goes. Now we're going to start some stuff in the comments. So, there it is. There it is. My main concern here is not that we didn't get Julio. Yeah, second round pick is definitely something that the Cardinals could have done. I think that the Cardinals could have done it. Definitely. Second round pick is nothing in the grand scheme of things, especially since we did, get D-Hop for a second round. My main concern is week 1 versus the Tennessee Titans. That's my concern. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens for this Arizona Cardinal team moving forward. But if you guys don't know, if you guys are just getting into this live stream right now, breaking news that happened probably over about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours ago, just depending on where you're at. Julio Jones was just traded to the Tennessee Titans. Here we go. Let me put this up here right now. Here we go. So Julio Jones to the Tennessee Titans. They did go ahead and trade a second round pick for Julio Jones. Now, there was another tweet that happened after this from Ian Rappaport. I believe they also switched a 4th and a 6th. Either vice versa. I don't care about the late round picks, but this is kind of the main picks that was sent over for Julio Jones. Second rounder. So there's that. There's that. My thing is week 1 is going to be that much more tougher. That's my concern. We got DeAndre Hopkins. We'll be fine. We got a lot of hype up on Rondale Moore. That's cool. Hopefully the young man pans out. Christian Kirk is going into a year where if he doesn't make the big impact that a lot of people want him, because he was a former second round pick, if he doesn't make that a big impact, we're going to have a lot of people saying release him. A lot of people say trade him. A lot of people are going to give us all of these scenarios. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do that. All that's different scenario. So yes, I would love to get Zach Ertz. Yes, I would. Can it happen? We'll see. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We do got another super chat of the day here. None other than our guy Red Sea coming up clutch with another donation. My goodness. Let me give you the quick dab, my friend. Let me just go and fix this here real quick. There you go. Perfect. Here we go. Let me give you that quick dab saying, real talk though. Real talk though. Cardinals again tomorrow, or is it just today? So right now we're doing a lot of Suns content right now because we're in the playoffs. So anytime that there's not a Suns game, you can hopefully bet that there might be a Cardinal talk. Fingers crossed. But make sure you have your post notifications bell on, and we'll kind of go from there. Appreciate you, the $5 donation, Red Sea. Thank you. So yeah, there it is. There it is. That's the concern where I come from right now. And I see a couple people saying in here, like Des Bryant. Maybe Des Bryant could be an option. If we didn't get Julio Jones, I don't want Des Bryant. Like, I really don't want Des Bryant. If we didn't get Julio, I think we're good. Let's leave our wide receiving core alone right now. Let's see what happens. We got D-Hop, we got AJ Green, we got, Christian Kirk, Rondell, Keyshawn Johnson, Andy Isabella, and maybe some other people that come onto the roster. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We did not need another wide receiver. Fans wanted to get Julio Jones. We didn't need Julio Jones. We just wanted him. But now that dream has been crushed, now we do not have the option to get Julio Jones. Now we cannot worry about that anymore and now focus on hopefully getting Zach Ertz. Let's keep on reading into the comments here and let's keep on seeing what you guys have to say. Our Cards, what's up, dude? Says since Browns Buccaneers made playoffs, Cardinals are tied with Bengals and Broncos for the longest playoff drought. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Love stats. Good stuff, man. Thank you. I do think that we will be breaking the playoff drought. Fingers crossed. I do think we can break the playoff drought this year. I do. We'll see, though. We'll see. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Rafa, what's up, dude? Says, we need a cornerback and a tight end. Yeah, I agree. Hawks Pride A, God, please help us week 1. Finally, somebody with some urgency. Somebody's like thinking kind of like me. Which you don't have to, man. Yeah, I get it. I'm probably one of those fans that care too much. I'm probably one of those fans that have a hard time sleeping when we don't win. You don't want that in your life. Trust me. Let me be the one to worry for you guys. You don't want that in your life. You don't. Trust me, you don't. Keep on reading to the comments here and let's see what everybody else has to say. Now, I do have another topic that I do want to briefly touch on. Now, this one is kind of a little bit out of left field. A topic that kind of rose up out of nowhere within the last 2 weeks. Or maybe a week. That just kind of randomly happened. So we'll talk about that a little later on. So stick around. That's going to be a very, very good topic. And we'll stick around with that. Give us about maybe another 5-10 minutes while we talk about Zach Ertz and Julio Jones, and we can just kind of move on from there. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. John says, what would be the best part of our defense? It's kind of a broad question there, man. That's a big question. That's asking for a prediction that I don't know if I can give to you. I can probably give you the worst part of the defense. I can give you that, and I think I can speak a little bit more confidence and give you what would be the worst part of our defense, and that would be the cornerback position. It's just because I do not think that we have the cornerbacks that can solidify us saying that we can have a lockdown corner. I don't think that we can. Malcolm Butler, the new kid that we just picked up, Denard, Byron Murphy, or even the rookies that are coming through. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think ideally, I would love to say the best part would be pass rush because we got J.J. Watt and we got Chandler Jones. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel more confidence answering this question saying what would be the worst part of our defense. And I think it's going to be the cornerback role. I think we're going to have a hard time keeping up with superstar wide receivers that know how to get coverage or, break from coverage and just cause separation. I think we're going to have a very hard time. And that's one of the main things and I really do think that our offense needs to score a lot of points. Because it doesn't matter how much points our defense gives up. If we can just keep scoring more than the opposite side, I think we'll be fine. Now, eventually, that philosophy doesn't work very well. But I would love to say pass rush, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Morokai says, if the Cardinals beat Titans week 1, I will buy an AZ Sport. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Save your money. If you haven't bought one yet and you're just waiting for a prize to happen, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't buy merch based off of what happens in real life. Buy merch because you actually feel that you are an Arizona sports fan. Don't do it out of rewards. I guess if that makes sense. Your money is valuable, man. Keep it. Don't go based off a game. Let's keep on reading on to the comments here. Jordan P, what's up, dude? Highest pick that the Eagles had on the trade for Ertz was a 4th from the Chargers. I'm surprised they didn't take it. I'm surprised they didn't take it. I'm surprised they did not take that. Definitely do me one big favor, guys. If you have not yet already, smash that like button. We got 30 people in here. No, sorry, 80 people in here with 30 likes. Do me a big favor and smash that like button. Let's see if we can go ahead and get this video over to 50 likes. Smash that like button, y'all. Appreciate you. All right, let's get to that point here. Let's get to this point here. I do want to go ahead and touch on another topic. Now, this one might be a little touchy to a lot of people. But there was a story that came out. There was a story that came out. It was about Chandler Jones. Saying something along the lines that Chandler Jones is disgruntled with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I don't have any inside information. I don't. This is only based off of the story that I read. This is only based off the story that I read. And the story is that Chandler Jones is disgruntled with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, whether you guys believe it or not, that's up to you. That's your opinion. But they were basically saying something along the lines of like Chandler Jones basically scrubbed off a lot of the stuff that he had that was Arizona Cardinal based on his Instagram. Now, it sucks. It's dumb that we're getting to that point right now where we're like, hey, you know, your Instagram, your Twitter doesn't have anything Arizona Cardinals. You must hate the Cardinals. I hate that we're in that point right now where social media is that big, where we use that to make stories. But I get it. Like, I understand. You know, we all got jobs to do. You know, I made some topics on some videos that made no sense either. Like, people were like, why are we even talking about this? So I get it. I understand. But it's true. It's true. I mean, if you do look at Chandler Jones' Instagram, he doesn't really have anything Arizona Cardinals related. I mean, there's one of him in the stadium with him on a phone. But granted, it doesn't really look like he posts very much. The last time he posted was March 4th, 2020, and he's got 9 posts. So maybe he just scrubbed it. Maybe he was like, I'm done with social media. I'm just going to take all this stuff, this, and that. I don't have any inside information on Chandler Jones. I would really wish to not believe that he's disgruntled with the Arizona Cardinals because he was probably one of the best second-round picks that we ended up getting on a time sign. And I hate saying it, but it's true. It's true. Now, obviously, D-Hop is one of those as well. So, DeAndre Hopkins and Chandler Jones, probably one of the best 2 second-round picks that we ended up getting in a trade. Amazing. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this story is floating. I haven't really heard anything else. So, I'm going to choose to believe that it's not true. Just because I would hate to see that whole scenario play out. Chandler Jones is the man. He's awesome. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves Chandler Jones. So I would choose to believe that it's not true. And we're just going to basically play it out and be like, okay, don't worry about it. Let's let this story kind of go under the bus. So in my opinion, I'm just going to allow it to play out. I'm not going to freak out too much about it. Obviously, I'll freak out once we hear breaking news that something does happen, but I do think Chandler Jones is going to stay. I do. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see, though. We'll see. We will see what happens. Right now, we're sitting in June of 2021. We have about probably a little over 2 months, maybe about 2 months and a week before preseason kicks off. So that's cool. I'm excited about that. If you guys don't know, the preseason schedule did already drop. If you guys weren't aware, it's on their Twitter. Everything's on. Everything's on there. But yeah, there it is, guys. There it is. Breaking news that basically started this live stream, and it is none other than Julio Jones going to the Tennessee Titans. Just repeating it back again for the new people that are coming through. This is basically going to be what Julio Jones was traded for. Now, there was another tweet that happened right after this where Ian Rappaport saying, I believe they're switching a 4th and a 6th as well. So, like, they're just kind of swapping a 4th and a 6th. But the grand scheme of things, Julio was traded for a 2nd-round pick to the Tennessee Titans. And in my opinion, week 1 has just gotten so much harder for us to win. That much more harder. Let's keep on reading to the comments here. We got John saying, I didn't know that Chandler Jones wanted J.J. Watt to come. Yeah, there was something to do with, like, there was a tweet that happened about him and J.J. Watt. So that's why I'm not really too worried about this whole story. That's kind of like, and I think it's only one article more than anything, so I'm not really worried too much about it. I'm going to let the season play out. We got the rest of June, we got the rest of July, and then August comes through when preseason comes around, and I'm excited for preseason. We're going to get some more preseason games. We'll see the rookies play. We'll be able to see a lot more people kind of put their full effort in there and see if that can help them transition into the regular season when it starts in September. Abe G, what's up, dude? Says, does anyone think that Steve Keim didn't do enough this offseason? I feel like some of our signings weren't enough at all. Like, it feels that we're very underwhelming. That's fair, Gabe. That's fair. You're not alone, man. You're honestly not alone. You're not alone. There's a lot of people that feel the way you feel. There is. And it's not bad to feel the way that you feel. The thing is that you can't really post anything anymore because a lot of people call you bandwagon fan, or they call you a fair weather fan because you don't think that everything that this multi-billion-dollar organization has done is enough to make you happy about the 2021 season. Let me tell you right now, after the 2020 season, I have lost faith in Cliff Kingsbury. I have. I really, really have lost faith in Cliff Kingsbury. Now, he doesn't need to prove anything to me in 2021 as me. I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan. He needs to prove the Cardinal organization that he can be a head coach. That's what he needs to prove. And I hope he can do it. I am on team Cliff Kingsbury to be successful, because if he's successful, then we're successful. But one of the biggest things was a lot of people were saying, when I posted my video, saying something along the lines of, like, Cliff Kingsbury is not the guy. He's the worst in the NFC West. And a lot of people were like, well, yeah, no doy, he's the worst, because you got Pete Carroll, you got Kyle Shanahan, and you got Sean McVay. But if you really think about it, then why the heck? Then why the heck are we... Then why do we have him as a head coach if he's the worst in the whole NFC West? But that's the thing. We'll see. So we got Arizona Cardinals K1. How long have you been an Arizona Cardinal fan? Since I've been born and raised here in Phoenix, Arizona. That's how long. Maybe since my dad grew up as an NFL fan, and he was a Cowboy fan. So me growing up when I was 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old, I didn't really have a say in much. But the moment I turned something where I can actually acknowledge to be like, hey, I'm a homer. I'm born and raised Phoenix, Arizona. Anything Phoenix, Arizona, that's where I am. That's where I am. So all my life, I can really say, I mean, at least until like when I was watching NFL. So how long have I been a Cardinal fan? All my life. Born and raised here in Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm not on the bandwagon because Kyler Murray just, is this new hot commodity. I was here with John Skelton. I was here with Max Hall. I was here with Ryan Lindley. I was here with Kevin Kolb. That's when I've been here. Now, I'm still pretty young in the grand scheme of things of people who've been here since 88 when they moved over here to Arizona. So those people have more of a obviously longer fandom than I have and more hurt than I have. But still, I still consider myself being here a lot longer than 10 plus years. 15. No, not 15. 10 plus years. Yeah, 10 plus years. Carter, what's up, dude? Y'all worried about the defense? I'm worried about running back. That's fair. That's fair. I hope James Conner can be healthy. I agree. We got a Bolts fan. We got a Chargers fan here who says, Bolts up. What's up, dude? Thanks for being here. Our card says, Kingsbury and Keim make or break. Sorry, I can't read this. So Kingsbury and Keim make or break year. Can't keep missing playoffs and keep your job. I want Cliff Kingsbury to do well, but seems more of an OC. Needs someone else to. Well, that was the thing. A lot of people were saying, hey, as long as we can get an offensive coordinator for Cliff Kingsbury, we'll be fine. We didn't get an offensive coordinator. We're rolling with the same stuff. So we'll see. I mean, hopefully third year, hopefully more experience. Hopefully the players see him more as a head coach, and they'll listen. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. What's up, Red Sea? What's up, back in the Stop naming our terrible quarterbacks. My heart can't take it anymore. I still have nightmares about John Skelton and Cobb. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, granted, this YouTube channel has only existed since maybe 2019? Since 2019? So a lot of people that are coming in, they're like, oh my God, this guy, he thinks he knows. And it's true. I don't know everything. I don't. I'm just a diehard sports fan that is born and raised here in Arizona. That's all I am. And a guy that has a camera in front of me and a mic. That is all I am. Nothing more, nothing less. But I agree. Stop naming our terrible quarterbacks. My heart can't take it anymore. I still have nightmares about John Skelton and Cobb. There it is. I mean, Lennon Wolf says the worst quarterback we've ever had was Josh Rosen. No, oh my God, no, that's not even right. That's not even true. Lennon Wolf? That's not even true at all. He says the worst quarterback we've ever had was Josh Rosen. Bro, Josh Rosen was here 4 years ago. There is so much more that has happened. No, that's not right, man. No, not true. Sam Bradford, a lot of people forget about Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford was doo-doo. John Skelton, doo-doo. Matt Leinart, first round pick, doo-doo. Jordan P says the worst quarterback we ever had was Kurt Warner. You are high. You are higher than a kite, my friend. You are higher than a kite. You are higher than a kite. The worst quarterback we ever had was Kurt Warner, our guy Jordan P says. Woo, that hurts. Wow, the one guy that took us to the Super Bowl. And the disrespect. The disrespect. Oh my goodness. Nick L says Derek Anderson. Yeah, Derek Anderson. Do you remember that whole situation where he was laughing with I believe it was an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman, and like the media got on him saying like, why were you laughing when we were down like 30 plus points? And he got pissed off and he was like, this is my job. I take this stuff serious. Do you remember that? Yeah. Most people don't. But yeah, I remember Derek Anderson. I try to forget. Try to forget. Let's keep on reading to the comments here. Kurt was the best quarterback ever. Oh, my bad. Did I read that wrong, my guy? Oh, clearly a joke. Oh, my bad. So, yeah, I mean, so there it is. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Best quarterback I feel like we've ever had was Kurt Warner. And right now it's tied with me for K1 and for Carson Palmer. I think Carson Palmer has accomplished more in the career with the Arizona Cardinals, but I have faith in Kyler that he can do that too. So that's why I'm putting him on the same boat. This year will define it though. This year will define it. We'll see. Camelo says, I've been a fan since they were in St. Louis Cardinals and still rep up the... Nice. There you go. See? And perfect. Perfect example here. We got my guy Carmelo here in the chat saying he's been a fan since St. Louis. So he knows the heartache. He knows. He knows the ride and die, what he has to go through every single year. He knows it. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Honestly, Carmelo, that's actually a lot of commitment. Let me tell you this right now. If my team has left my city, you're dead to me. You're legit. So honestly, you are much more of a fan than I would have been. Because if the Cardinals leave Arizona, peace. Peace. I am an Arizona Cardinal fan because they are from Arizona. That's why. So you're actually, shout out to you, my guy. Shout out to you. Pat Bush says K1's playing baseball after the season. Oh, bro, don't say that. Don't do it to... I hope not, man. I hope not. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Martin says, who remembers Sam Bradford? Very right. Yeah, Sam Bradford came in, the $20 million contract? Played, 2 or 3 games? We threw Josh Rosen in there. He didn't get a chance. And the rest is history. Rest is history. YouTube guy. What's up, man? Says, mega fan. All right. Let's go. Let's keep on reading to the comments here. We will be ending the stream here shortly. We'll probably be ending it within the next 3 weeks, 3 minutes. So if you guys have your best comments, put it in the chat below, and we'll go from there. If you have your best comments, put it on the chat below, and we will go from there. Perfect. We got another super chat coming in here from my guy Carter69. Let me give you the quick dab. Says, y'all wrong. Y'all got it wrong. Remember Drew Stanton? Drew Stanton, to me, was always a backup quarterback. When he got his moment, he looked pretty decent. He was okay. He wasn't the best. But in terms of starter quarterback from, this guy is the starter, I don't think Drew Stanton was all too bad. In my mind, he was always a backup quarterback. So that might be a little bit of bias. So, yeah, we can agree to disagree on that one for sure. We got Red Sea coming back here with another clutch $5 donation. Mike, let me give you the quick dab, my friend. Thank you so very much. Says, what was worse, Josh Rosen, our coaching staff, or whatever we call that offensive line that year? Mic drop. 100%. 100% Red Sea. The story of Josh Rosen is probably one of the saddest things you guys will ever hear. It's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate what happened to Josh Rosen. Now, a lot of people don't think about it because K1 has worked out for us for the most part. K1 has definitely done a good amount to make a lot more spark in this Cardinal organization. That's the reason why we don't hear about Josh Rosen anymore. And he's labeled as a bust. But man, you're right, man. It was a very unfortunate circumstance that happened with Josh Rosen. The coaching staff was very underwhelming. And it was a signing for Steve Wilks that Michael Bidwill took ownership of. Because let's be honest here, Steve Keim was already out the door. The moment where Michael Bidwill stood up and said, it was my decision to hire Steve Wilks, it kind of died down a little bit. Because what are you going to do? Multi-billionaire that owns the Arizona Cardinals, you can't fire the owner. The owner could do whatever the heck they want to do with this team. So the moment that situation happened, the noise died down with Steve Keim. So what that tells me is that Michael Bidwill and Steve Keim are in this together. It sucks, but they're in this together. Buddy. One thing I'll tell you guys, get yourself a rich best friend. Get yourself a rich best friend, man. You won't go wrong. CB says, wasted draft pick in Rosen. Shake my head. Yeah? Well, yeah, wasted pick in terms of we got another quarterback right after and we replaced him. I agree. Joshua, what's up, dude? I honestly think Rosen would have worked if he was given an actual coaching staff. 100% agree. We don't know what Josh Rosen would have done in his second year. Guys, remember, keep in mind what we were with Josh Rosen with 3 wins and whatever happened with Sam Bradford, because Sam Bradford had most of the reps with the number ones. The moment we put Josh Rosen in there, we only won 3 games. I get it. It sucks. We were the first overall pick. And then we got K1. Really, what? Was it 2.5 more games than we won the year prior? I mean, take that whatever you will. 8-8 is a step in the right direction. But we'll see what this year holds. Underrated. John Redcorn, what's up, dude? Says, underrated opinion, but I think as the years have gone, Steve Keim has become a better drafter since 2017 to now. He's hit on a lot of picks. There's a few disappointments, but he has gotten better. Yeah, definitely agree to disagree on that one, but I respect your opinion. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Jean Paul, what's up, dude? Michael Bidwell has done a lot for this franchise. Josh Rosen has been cut 4 times. He sucks. Get over it. Well, see, and that's the thing. You give this is NFL. The moment that we cut Josh Rosen the first year, the moment we cut him the first year, and we moved on to Kyler Murray. No, the Miami Dolphins took a flyer on Josh Rosen, but he never really had a fair chance. He didn't. They already had somebody in mind. They lost like 4 or 5 games and all the fan base was saying tank for Tua. This man has always had a target in his back, so whether you say that he was bad, based on your opinion, that's cool. Okay, that's fine. That's your opinion. I get it. But if the roles were opposite and if you were Josh Rosen, the good thing here is Josh Rosen comes from a very rich family. And he got his paycheck for getting drafted in the 10th overall for the draft. So he got his paycheck. He comes from a rich family. So he's fine. He wants to play tennis. That's cool. Good for him. But if this was any other player, he didn't get a fair chance. He did not get a fair chance. And when he went to Miami Dolphins and when he ended up going to Tampa Bay, what is it going to be, the backup to Tom Brady, the GOAT? No. No. He didn't get a fair chance. He didn't. But yeah, exactly. He's not on our team anymore. So apples to oranges. It is what it is. We'll drop the case. It is what it is. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Let's see what everybody else has to say. John Redcorn, 2017, we went from 8-8 or 9-7. I don't know if you're asking or stating, but I'm just going to ignore it. CB says, my money is going to be ended up at CFL or XFL. I heard the XFL might come back, so maybe. Devin, what's up, dude? Rosen came here, got beat up, then traded to take Kyler. Miami took him, but they wanted Tua, so put him in a similar situation. I mean, he really had a fair chance, question mark. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying too. Sorry, I butchered your comment 100%. That's just because my illiteracy and I can't read apparently. But he didn't. But we'll move on. Let's keep on reading here. All right, y'all. So this is it. This is how we're going to end the live stream. In case you just barely got here, if you have not read this ticker on the below, Julio Jones is never a... He's not going to be a Cardinal anymore. He was traded to the Tennessee Titans. That's who was landed by Julio Jones. Can Zach Ertz still be on here? Hope so. Hope so. Fingers crossed that we can go ahead and get Julio Jones into the Arizona Cardinals. We'll see what happens there, man. 4th round pick, 5th round pick, I am down. Even a 3rd round pick, I think that could be pretty decent, especially if we want to beat out another team to bring out Zach Ertz. I'm all up and board with it. If we don't get Zach Ertz, it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. We most likely will be rolling with Max Williams and probably Darrell Daniels. And I know we got this other guy from, like, I believe it was Australia or Austria. I always get those two confused. But we ended up getting somebody else in, like, the international draft or something like that, or an international program that we have another tight end. So hopefully that works out. So if we don't get him, it's not the end of the world. But that's how it is there, guys. That is it in a recap. Here we go, everybody. Thank you so very much for being here. That's how we're going to end this live stream. I appreciate everybody for being here. Definitely do not forget to smash the like button if you have not yet already. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and go Cards.